We've got 7-time All-Star and viral Eagle man at the Pro, Brian McCann, with us right now. So on TVs across the country and on YouTube, all over all of our platforms, for 1 minute, we were like, let's just turn around and look at one shot.
The only shot we looked at all day.
I heard you. I was teeing off and heard you say, let's see what VMAC does on 18. And I bladed it. I didn't hit the shot I was looking to hit, and I thought I was long, and then I caught a groove low, and I got lucky there.
Were you like, oh man, AJ's annoying, and now I got to hit this? It's in my head, because clearly whatever it was, it worked.
Yeah,
right?
seriously.
Like, devil on your shoulder was a positive vibe.
I was looking to put it on the green in 2-putt. These greens are no joke.
They're fast, right?
Yeah, and you got to know down grain, into the grain. I don't know any of that, so like I'm putting blind.
Oh, at the country clubs you guys play in Atlanta with Frenchie and D-Row, they don't have grain. They don't have grain. They have a butler that comes out and makes the grain straight all the time.
Poor me.
Yeah, what was you, B-Mac?
B-Mac and Jeff Rancor putting to their heart's delight. They love it. Jeff, can you come out and play? No, I'm going to stay inside and play my Xbox.
I haven't played with Jeff in 3 months.
Well, he's been at 30A the whole time in his beach house in Pensacola.
Probably. He's got 4 kids under 12. He's running around. Oof.
Wow.
So how's life for you?
It's great.
What are you up to?
Playing a lot of golf.
Yep. I could tell.
Yeah, coaching my kids. I got a son and a daughter. My daughter does cheer, so I'm going to practice. And baseball ended, and now my son's into basketball. So we flip between baseball and basketball. I coach his baseball team, so it's I'm enjoying retirement.
Do you have to go to the cheerleading events? Because people that I know that have had daughters that have been cheerleaders.
Yeah.
So you go to the cheerleader event all day for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And you just sit there. You sit there from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and they do 3 minutes, like 1 p.m. and then you have to stay.
Yep.
What do you do to kill time?
Sit in my car.
You're like, what's the kill time for Brian McCann? Is it like just doom scrolling on the phone, listen to a podcast, rip music, take a nap?
I take a nap.
Okay.
I take my Sprinter van to we went to 5 locations outside of our city. Like we went to Louisville, Kentucky, Biloxi, Orlando, and I get in that Sprinter van and take a nap in between. But it's crazy. I mean, it's a huge business. I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah. Are you watching ball?
Oh yeah.
Do you hear it from Braves fans like, what's going on this year?
They got hit with the injury bug early, and they've had some guys go down in big spots, and they just haven't really been able to stay consistent or get consistent.
I've got one for you. So I've been on some radio shows in Atlanta, and one time I guess I pissed some fans off because I'm like, Braves fans, you're jaded lately. The team's in the playoffs every year. You keep your players, for the most part. Freddie's a different story, but you've kept a lot of your players. You won a World Series in the last 5 years.
Yeah. No,
most fans would take that
100%. But they have a great core, stuff to build off of. I mean, Michael Harris has gotten really hot. That gives them an extra bat to lengthen it out. I think that's kind of what they've been missing is a couple bats to lengthen the lineup out. Where you got to have production from the bottom of your order. You can't rely on the same 2 or 3, 4 guys every night.
Snit coming back. You played for Snit, right? Didn't you play for Snit in the minor leagues?
And the big leagues? Yeah. Both. Yeah, he was my AA manager, and he's the one that told me I was getting called up. And he told me to come to his room, and when I was getting called up, no shirt on. No shirt on, hairy chest, and he's like, get over here, hug. Just some shorts on. So it was like that's a memory that I'll take to the grave, and you get the biggest news of your life from one of the best guys I know. So he's my favorite.
That's cool. Have you been watching Cal Raleigh this year?
It's incredible.
What the heck?
50, bro. He's got 50.
Yeah, I can't even wrap my head around it. And he,
you hit a lot of homers, but 50's way more.
I hit 22. He's this is like he had that in April or May. Like it's crazy what he's doing. I went to the All-Star Home Run Derby, and he is so in sync. His whole body is just working perfectly together, and like he's not missing. I can't fathom it. Do you fathom it?
No.
I mean,
50 homers, 50 plus homers as a catcher is because most of the time, first of all, catchers don't get that many at bats to get to 50.
Yeah.
He has DH'd a little bit, but to hit 50 in whatever 100, he's hitting a home run like almost every other game. It's crazy.
Especially, I told someone like I'm anxious to see August and September because that's when
slow down.
No, I know that's the crazy. I mean, that's when August like 15th would come around. I'd be like, I don't feel the same. and then you just grind it out through September.
Look at Will Smith in L.A., right?
Yeah.
The last 3 years, his second half numbers have just plummeted.
It's hard.
It is hard. It's hard to keep yourself up.
Yeah, the
And
position doesn't get
enough
credit for how tough it is to carry a staff. And
I think Kratz will agree with us too, because obviously he caught. But when they do like the OPS plus and the OPS against the whole league, it should just be a catcher-based staff. For me,
I agree,
because you can't explain to people how hard it is what a catcher does compared to you look out there and Frenchie's out there working on his batting stance, and you're back there chasing balls around, hoping that you don't have to chase balls to the backstop the whole time.
Hitting came second.
Yeah,
like if John Smoltz, if you couldn't work with him, you're not catching game one of the playoffs, and so you had to make sure that was locked down, and then whatever you got offensively was a bonus.
Yeah, but how much did that heat in Atlanta bug you too? You talk about August 15th. I remember one series in August. We played against you, and David Ross was there, and he caught the day game, and you caught the previous 3 games, and I played the night game and then day game because Chooch was out, and both of you said the same thing. David Ross goes, oh, man, I'm too old to play these day games. They got to let that young guy, McCann, play. And the night before, you go, man, I can't be playing all these games in a row. It's too hot down here. So how bad is that?
It was a grind. It was a grind. But when David Ross was there, he was my favorite backup that I ever had. He taught me so much about the game, and we hung out a late night all the time and talked about the game and how to maneuver pitchers through games, and he's one of my favorites.
Hey, so a lot of times we'll bring on a former player and be like, actually, we just did that recently with someone like, oh, do you like the way this rule is now or this part of the game is now? Can't shift anymore.
Oh, my God.
Do you watch baseball now? Like, are you kidding me?
I mean, my average went from 285 to 240, 235 quick. And then it was hard to change what you've done your whole life. And the cutter, I felt like I had to cover that first, and I couldn't go the other way with it. And if I had that approach, I was going to hit 12 to 15 home runs. Chipper pulled me in his room one night and goes, hey, like, what type of hitter do you want to be? You want to try to hit 300 with 15, or you want to try to do 280 with like 25? And I was like, I'll try 280 with 25. Yeah. I couldn't leave to the opposite field. Left center, my best ball would go to the track. So I had to figure out, and I was like, I could take that same pitch and pull that for a homer. So I sacrificed average for power.
And they would just create this vacuum.
When that first started,
it was not pretty for the fan experience.
And then in New York, it's so short in right field. It looks like there's 4 infielders over there. So there was not many hits over there for me.
It was crazy.
So do you think Royce Lewis just said the other day, he was like, I don't want to change mid-season because I'm giving up 30 games of arbitration numbers. And it was kind of a moment where he said the truth, but it was hard to hear a player say that. Would you have had to change? Would you have been able to change if the shift was implemented early in your career, say year 2, before you had a contract?
Yeah, when I first came up, my first 3 years, I was left center, and my average was better. And then as I tried to leave the opposite way, it wasn't happening, and I would have just stayed to left center. And I probably would have been a better player if I would have done that. I got too pull happy, and if I could go back, I tell people, if I could go back, I would do what Freddie Freeman does. I would have hit every ball in BP and in the cage to left center field, and then try to pull in the game. But it would have kept my front shoulder tucked in a little better. But when I was in New York, I tried to hit a home run on the upper deck every
Why
pitch.
Not? You missed one. You missed them, and
I was getting booed in May.
You did all right. You did all right there. You did okay.
Hey, the Braves are splitting playing time with their catchers pretty evenly. Do you think that's the future in the sport related to what you're saying? A lot of guys can't hang through the whole season, and then the playoff numbers recently for most catchers are brutal.
Yeah, I'd like to see them go back to our days of 130 games. If you're an elite guy, when you look around the league, I mean, it's the position is, it's in a good spot at the top, and it's a tough one, and I think that the framing has become such a big part of the game, and so splitting time, I'd like to see guys catch more if you're a frontline guy.
Can most of them handle it though?
I don't know. I'm
That's
sure.
the thing.
Yeah,
Like Cal
we
can,
did
he
it.
wants to.
We
Yeah,
did
you
it.
guys did
We
it. But AJ, you're around the clubhouse every week. You think most guys can handle it and want to? And
Most guys haven't been brought up to do it.
right.
They haven't, like Crowd shaking his head. They haven't been brought up to do it.
I think 120 games a year is a good number for a frontline guy.
Yeah, it's just hard. Now it's 100. Now they look at guys and say, "Oh, it's 100."
Yeah.
You're going to get tired.
Yeah.
But I disagree.
And if you can really hit, now that we didn't have a DH, so like
True.
I was always coming to pinch hit in the eighth. But if we had the DH, I would have probably played 162 games. I think. I mean, I would have caught. I would have DH'd.
How bad was it when? Oh, was there anything worse than you caught a lot? I caught a lot. You'd be losing, and and the manager would be like, "B-Mac, I need you to come in the eighth, try to get a hit, and then you got to catch the." You're just like, "Oh, what happened to my day off, Skip?"
And then it's a mental, like when you go in, and then you go, you don't get the knock. You're like, all right, but you got to get your mind. It's more for your mind.
Yeah,
the off days are more for like us just sitting back. Yeah. But that was David Ross. He's like he said it all the time. My goal is to make sure you get a full off day, and he was the best. He was the best.
All right.
I didn't have a question for you, B-Mac, but
okay.
I
got a question.
I'm impressed that your beard still looks exactly the same, and you haven't put on a pound since you've been done playing. That's all I have to say. I've just been watching. I've just been looking at the screen. Some people age. You haven't aged a bit. I thought you looked like you were 40 years old when you were 26.
Yeah, and you know what the crazy part? If you go back and look when I was in New York when I had to shave, I looked like I was 15. So I got an ace in the hole when I get older. When this comes off, I look like I'm 25, 23.
Yeah,
so like when I get older, but I got a little gray. Yeah. I got some gray.
We all have gray now. Yeah, it's all gray.
You hold it for a while, and then you blitz everyone with the clean shave. Like, hey, I just went backwards 10, 15 years.
Yeah, I got an ace in the hole for down the road.
All right, I got two more questions for you. One, Hall of Fame. You were on the ballot last year, right?
Yeah.
How many votes did you get? I know it wasn't 5%.
Yeah, it wasn't enough to.
I don't understand for a catcher, and you played in the same era, close to the same era. You're a little bit behind me, but 7 All-Stars, 6 Silver Sluggers, World Series champion. And this is kind of a personal thing too. Why are catchers so undervalued? Like you look at Jorge Posada, you look at you look at some of the great catchers that we played against and around, and they get 2%, 10 votes, 12 votes. Why? Why is that a thing? Why don't they to me, they need to compare catchers to catchers 100%. Of every era, right?
Yes.
Because they'd say, oh, well, he didn't do this, and his OPS plus was this. But also, you played less games. You were getting the crap beat out of you behind the plate. All these things that they look at, your WAR is down. Well, your WAR is down because you don't play as many games.
Yeah. For me, I think what we did 30 years down the road is going to look way better than it does now because of what you just said. There's not a lot of guys that are playing the games to put up the numbers that we were able to put up. So I think down the road when guys look at the game, I think it'll change the way they look at it. But I think right now, you're just in that era of there's how many catchers are in the Hall of Fame?
Not many.
There's like what?
It's like the
don't know
lowest
the number.
That and third baseman are like the lowest.
But yeah, it doesn't get the. I don't know. I'm with you. It should all be just compared to us, to the catching position, not first base and
20.
Yeah.
Game's been around a long time. 20. Yeah. It's the second fewest.
Third base, right?
Third base.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What
was your other one?
Oh, mine's on golf. Can I ask a golf question?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. First of all, they want to know easier to catch: Smoltz, Hudson, Tanaka. Who was the easiest? CC. Who was the easiest guy?
The easiest?
Yeah, not the toughest. We can name a million guys that are tough to catch.
I would, out of those guys you just mentioned.
Was it Maddox because he threw 82?
I never caught Maddox.
You never caught
Maddox?
No,
I never caught
Glav? You catch Glav?
I caught Glav.
He had to be easy to catch.
He was.
It was like
he didn't have to move your glove.
Yeah.
He literally like the sinker ballers were tough. The lefties for me were the hardest. The cutters in and holding that. I worked better to the right than the left. So like to hold that cutter, anything coming this way, I did well, but anything going that way, like my hips didn't work to block that slider down this way. CC was hard for me to catch. But I just, those sinker ballers, when you don't get that bottom of the zone, you don't stick it, and you get that look, and you're like, all right, dude, my bad. I'll get you. I'll get the next one. But, Huddy would get that thing. He threw a one-seamer that just, you'd have to get under it and really, really fight. Hey, here, I got a question for you. Do you think if you caught on a knee your whole career, you would have played longer?
I mean, I played 19. I don't know.
I know, but do you think? But
I think it would have been different. I don't know. People ask
do you
me
think
that
your
all
body
the
would
time.
have hurt as much? I think I could have played a couple more years if I
Probably could have stole a couple more years at the end.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. You
Yeah,
never know. It's easy
I
to
know.
say that, but also they're so exposed. Like the lower,
Yeah.
there's so much more body
Yeah.
exposed. Like I always tried to like hide behind my shin guards.
I did too.
Right. I was always like, all right,
Yeah.
let me see
Yeah.
So I'm trying to hide behind my chest protector, my shin guard, so the
Yeah.
ball would hit something that was protected.
Yeah.
Nowadays, everything is out.
My last year in Atlanta, I worked with Sal Fasano all spring training to do the knee, and then I was calling a game in spring training, and I'm more worried about my setup than like getting the reaction of the hitter, and so I was just like, I can't do it.
All right, can you win this thing? Golf wise, we saw you make the eagle.
No,
can't win it.
No.
How many points?
28.
That's good.
I'm looking to get top 20. That was my goal. Top 20 finish with all these great golfers. Like, I'll be very happy with it.
How much have you improved? Okay, because
Yeah.
we played together golf. It's been it hadn't been 10 years, but it's been 7 or 8 years, and
Yeah.
I played with you, and it
Wasn't great.
wasn't great. Okay, you played the big high with
Yeah.
Skippy, your caddy. Remember?
Yeah.
And
It's
now
gotten better.
I look and I see you making eagles on 18.
My driver's gotten better.
Well, you never hit driver. You
I
always
know.
hit 3-wood.
I know. So I'm hitting my driver now. That's like my best club in my bag. I don't hit it far, but I love it. My kids go to school and I go right.
Is
to the
it
golf
true? Frenchie told me that you just go as soon as your kids leave. You have a simulator in your house. You just go downstairs and you just hit balls in the simulator all day long.
No, I go to the court, but yeah, I'm on the simulator I go on the simulator when I'm struggling.
Oh,
Like but I'm at the course a lot.
Simulator at night, right? Isn't that more of a nighttime?
Frenchie said he goes there anytime he has 2 minutes. B-Max down there whacking balls in the simulator.
I am.
Well, that's 1 minute. You can go down there and you can rip
Turn it on and let's go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, BMAC, thanks for joining us.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for being part of the experience for us here, calling one
Seriously,
shot.
we can't call another
One
shot behind us,
shot.
ever.
One.
Did you get it on the camera?
I don't know if we have it on camera. There was a drone watching.
There
you.
was
Oh,
a drone too.
I
There
wanna-
were cameras on you. It's almost like you were back in the big leagues,
Yeah.
like ninth inning clutch moment.
Yeah.
Everyone's watching you for 1 second, and it worked out. So
I hit it and looked at
put
you.
it
And
together.
you were like, it's in. I was like, no way.
It rolled nice. It was nice. It was
Yeah.
nice. One hop, little
Came
roll.
back to.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
Right. It took some time. Yeah, you
Right.
didn't think it was going in, and then it dropped down. It was nice.
I knew it was going to be close. I just didn't know how close.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Well,
Awesome.
thanks, BMAC.
Thank
Good
you
to see you, man.
guys.
Yeah.
Kratzy, good seeing you.
Good seeing you too, Kate.